Hey, Mega Mr. Van here, and today we are going to be finishing the Jyn Erso blaster. Now, this was printed on the Dremel Ideabuilder using PLA white filament at a medium resolution, so I believe it's at about zero point 0.2 millimeters. I could be wrong. No, zero point 0.2 millimeters sounds about right. It's been a while since I've printed this and being able to get around. And I thought this would be the perfect build to start out with the new workshop table. All right. So one of the things with the blaster build here is I've done this before, and I really like the one that came out. But in terms of research online, it's kind of split between. If you look at a lot of the Jyn Erso action figures, the blaster actually shows that it has a black handle here and goes for more of that industrial look. But if you look at some screenshots, it's more wood. So a few constants that we know, this is definitely right here going to be a metal. This will be black. This will be a black piece here. Looks like maybe a worn blackish brown right on this piece here. And then I'm going to go for that wood handle, but I'm going to really distress it. I think that's going to look really nice. So the first thing that we need to do is we are going to be using this chrome enamel, and we're just going to give it a nice little spray. But before we do anything, I'm going to tape off a few sections, just because, you know, one of the things I like about doing the chrome enamel first is when you go in and add the weathering marks to it, when you're gouging it out, you get kind of that nice base to it. It's going to have that nice metal look, so if I put a gouge here, you'll still see kind of like this raw metal look underneath. So let's go ahead and get started. One of the nice things about weathering is it hides a lot of imperfections. Now it might look like I'm going a little heavy on this dirt here, but we're going to pull that off here in just a second. pull off a lot of that extra paint. It's also going to blend nicely for us. So, start looking at that. We have a lot more of a weathered or torn look. Maybe something that was actually pulled. Now, here's the best part, though. Best part to weathering. It's where any aggression you might have, any pent-up rage from the day, really comes into play here. So I'm just taking a normal USB cord here. I'm just gonna, as Bob Ross says, just gotta beat the devil out of it, right? So, with the added layer, the chrome layer underneath it, it's really going to add some depth to it. So. Probably the most fun you get in terms of doing some prop replicas, especially painting. It's just this weathering technique. And it's just a way to make it look a little more. Now you can't do it on smaller scale stuff. You need something that's pretty thick. So this was printed with, I don't know, probably I know the receiver was done with a 50% infill. The rest was maybe about 25. So it's added, it's kind of that extra layer, extra depth. It's added some gouges into it, which I really like. What could we add to it? I'm going to use this guy right here. This is a knife actually used for cutting plexiglass. I'm going to use it more on the darker areas. Gotta be careful though, right? And of course, you gotta use Scotch-Brite pads. Great for any sort of blending, roughing down. It's great for wood turning too. Alright, so I'm just going to give this a nice coat of spray lacquer and I'll post a few photos afterwards. This is what it ends up being, right? So, it'll look good. Thanks for watching.